Hi, everybody. It's Suzanne Downing with Must Read Alaska, and I'm here with Senator Sullivan, and we're just going to have a little conversation about what's going on in the last 24 hours of the campaign. You're at the very end of this wonderful campaign that you've been running for months now, and I just want to know how it's going. We're sitting upstairs in your campaign headquarters. There's a beehive downstairs. Tell me about what's going on in the messages you have for Alaskans today.
Well, Suzanne, first let me just thank you. You've done such a great job for our state. I'm your biggest fan. But with regard to the campaign, look, it's going great. And the key message today is get out and vote. Alaskans, get out and vote. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, people you go to church with. This is a critical election. Alaskans could decide who controls the U.S. Senate and who controls the White House. Never more important.
So, but what you're saying is that we definitely have a issue here with the Senate. We want to make sure we take the Senate back. We don't know that we're going to actually control the House in terms of Republicans controlling the House, but we've got to hang on to the Senate and the White House. Why is Alaska such an important feature in that?
Well, look, the Senate is the firewall for freedom right now in America. You see all the craziness coming from the House, Nancy Pelosi's socialist, anti-Alaska agenda. We are stopping that. As a matter of fact, we're getting historic things done. You've seen Chuck Schumer. They put in almost $38 million into this race and my opponent's race. But why? Because they think Schumer might be Senate Majority Leader if he picks up this seat. We can stop that. We have to stop that. And then the 3 electoral votes for the White House, that could come down to those 3 electoral votes. So have to get out and vote for both this Senate seat, which is, by the way, this is Alaska's Senate seat, not mine, and for the White House. So critical. Make sure everybody's getting out to vote.
And so when you say the Senate could determine who is in the White House, how does that work?
Well, I'm talking about the Senate in terms of control of the U.S. Senate right now. And it's on a razor's edge. Who's going to control it? And we certainly don't want Chuck Schumer. My opponents pledged allegiance to Schumer already. But we have a much more positive agenda. We have a real agenda to build on all the progress we've made. And we're rebuilding our military, 220 amazing judges, including Justice Amy Coney Barrett just last week, icebreakers. I mean, the future, in my view, is very bright, but it's going to depend on tomorrow's election.
So it feels like you're really working hard these last few weeks. You've just been on the go constantly. What is it that's left to do? And what does the next 6 years look like if you're reelected, when you're reelected?
Well, look, for the next 24 hours, like I said, it's get out the vote. We've been doing get out the vote rallies on the Kenai, in the Mat-Su Valley, in Fairbanks, Eagle River yesterday, and we are getting great crowds, tons of enthusiasm, because I think people recognize just how important it is. For the next 6 years, we have to build on the successes that we have put forward. Just think about it. Just in the last month, we've gotten the ANWR open and permitted. We had NPRA open and permitted already. That's thousands of jobs, billions in revenues just from those 2 projects. There is so much more. Rebuilding our military, building icebreakers, home porting them here. Seizing what I say is this Arctic century. This century is the Arctic century, and we have enormous opportunities to seize that in terms of what could be great for Alaska. And again, my opponent, by empowering Chuck Schumer with the socialist agenda, will be an agenda that's anti-Alaska, anti-Second Amendment, anti-military, anti-ANWR, anti-resource development. Very clear choice for Alaska, but very clear choice for where we need to go in terms of America as a country.
So I appreciate that, because what we're seeing is, if for some reason we lose the White House, we at least have to keep the Senate.
Absolutely.
In order to sort of block some of this, such as putting in D.C. and Puerto Rico as states, and some of the other things that they have in mind for us, which kind of some scary things for conservatives, right?
Well, let me give you one example. There's something that we used. You probably saw it a lot. We used it against Obama. It's called the Congressional Review Act. It enables Congress to pass a law that reverses regulations. We used it 17 times when President Trump got elected to reverse Obama-Biden regulations that hurt Alaska, hurt America. It was very, very important that we use that. If we don't control the Senate and we don't control the House and they win the White House, they're going to use the Congressional Review Act to reverse all of these things that I just mentioned. Anwar, NPRA, the Tongass, Ambler Road. I mean, the Donlin Creek, all of those can be reversed and will be reversed by the anti-Alaska National Democrats. If we hold the Senate, the firewall for freedom, they can't do it.
Right, right. Well, I see downstairs you have a ton of people, and when I walked into the building, everybody's on the phone. What's going on in the campaign? What is going on today and tomorrow in the campaign? I mean, this is it.
Well, look, this is all about get out the vote, enthusiasm, phone banking, sign waving. Let me just give you some numbers. In the last week, this is what we've done, 125,000 phone calls, an additional 75,000 calls from surrogates, everybody from the president to the governor, 175,000 texts, 17,000 physical door knocks, over 250 statewide volunteers. This is just in the last week. We have the energy. We have the momentum. Yeah, my opponent, he's got all the money from the lower 48 liberals. They're outspending us 5-1. But here's what we have. We have the people. We have the ideas. We have the energy. We're looking strong in the polls, but we need people to actually go to the polling booths, the voting booths, and vote tomorrow. Bring your friends, bring your families, members, bring your neighbors. Make sure they all get out and vote. That's what we're pushing for in the next 24 hours.
Well, that's great. And thank you so much for taking the time. I know you've got to kind of hit the trail and probably go hit some radio shows and do some sign waving today and maybe even do a little door knocking. I just want to wish you well today and tomorrow and wish Julie and your family well. And thank you again for spending time with Must Read Alaska. We really appreciate it.